Kansas City Steak Company wants to make this your best grilling season ever. Visit kansascitysteaks.com and get 15% off your order and free shipping with the code BUBBA at checkout. From classic steak cuts to USDA Prime to hard-to-find specialty cuts and more, Kansas City Steaks has everything that you're going to need to fire up your grill. These are steakhouse quality steaks aged to perfection, and they simply make it so very easy. Each order is flash frozen and delivered directly. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Enjoy their buttered tender filet mignon, hearty Kansas City strip steaks, and savory ribeyes. It's been a hard year, so enjoy being together again by bringing the steakhouse to your house with Kansas City Steaks. Go to kansascitysteaks.com and get 15% off your order and free shipping with my code BUBBA. That's BUBBA at checkout. That's kansascitysteaks.com, code BUBBA.
For this, right?
Shut up!
Now, by popular demand, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show presents
the best of the week!
Some doctors in Grand Rapids are in hot water tonight after publicly posting pictures of organs and tissue removed from actual patients.
So, Dan, these surgeons in Grand Rapids took parts out of people and then were putting the pictures of these guys, these people's organs on their Instagram.
The pictures are not the only disturbing thing about the post. The doctors joked about playing.
Now, will they lose their license, Dan? Like their ability to be doctors?
They shouldn't.
Price is Right style guessing games in the operating room.
Target 8 investigator Susan Samples found out the doctors are
Man, look at Susan Samples.
employed
Target
by
8.
Spectrum Health. Susan?
That's right. This Instagram page is not an official Spectrum page, but the doctors on it are employed there, and the pictures are from Spectrum operating rooms. The Instagram page is run by a group of 35 OBGYN residents from across the country who are training at Spectrum Health in
Including
Grand
that guy
Rapids.
in
Spectrum
apartment
tells me
718.
It has launched a full investigation. We should.
So, Dan, this is like an Instagram page controlled by the interns or the residents or something?
Right.
Note, we blurred these pictures. They were not blurred on Instagram.
It's just horrifying. It's a horrifying thing to see.
It's not your usual Instagram fare. A doctor posing with fibrous tissue. The patient it was pulled from apparently still lying on the table. And in a second post, a doctor holds an organ removed in a cancer operation. It was a tip from an upset Instagram viewer that got us onto this. 2 posts with comments just as unsettling as the pictures. One post read in part, "We get a little competitive. Longest one wins," referring to the length of a string of tissue, a cut-up fibrous tumor removed from a patient.
Now, Dan, does this hospital have big-time issues? If you're that patient and your stuff was you, I know they're going to say, the hospital's going to say, well, this is a rogue. These surgeons and these people that do these things are not, this is not our Instagram, account. But these people are employed by this, this corporation. Or this could be a civil problem too, could it not? If you're the guy laying on the slab
What
and
are
that's
they charging you with?
and that's your,
Unidentified.
So HIPAA, which people keep screaming HIPAA, says that a healthcare provider cannot release any identifiable information. So if you just have a shoulder and someone asleep and you're showing a tumor or organ or something out of a body,
and there's no faces,
no
or
face, no name, there's zero HIPAA violation.
Oh, okay.
In my opinion, there's zero ethical problem. Zero.
But they're making a game about it.
Who cares? You're not defiling a dead person. That's gross. But you're highlighting the unusualness or the size of a tumor and showing it online. Who cares?
The second post
rights
read,
are being
the other
violated.
day, this. 2
No
posts
one's being endangered. It's stupid.
Just as unsettling as the pictures. One post read in part, "We get a little competitive. Longest one wins," referring to the length of a string of...
what if you're that guy laying right there with the plastic underneath it? I guess
Who cares? Who cares?
Tissue, a cut-up fibrous tumor removed from a patient. The second post read, "The other game we play in the OR is Guess That Weight. It applies to much more than babies," the poster wrote. "As always, Price is Right rules apply, so if you go over, then you're out."
So when we take off a piece of skin, like from a tummy tuck, everyone's like, "What do you think it's going to weigh?" And we all make a guess.
You just don't post it on Instagram. Yeah.
Who cares?
So, I agree with you.
Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
It's irrelevant.
She rose sick, 2,100 bits.
Healthcare is not a game to people. It's their life.
From the Patient Advocacy Foundation tonight, outrage and concern over the impact on patient-doctor relationships and trust.
And when you see photos like this where patients at best are being treated like slabs of meat.
Dan, they should have gotten you on the other side of the spectrum. Well, this is a doctor as well who doesn't have any problem with it. This, Snowflake Sally really mad about it. Hardcore Dan 8.
I just don't understand what they'd be
By the
charged
way,
with.
sometimes these patients give consent for this on the front side too, and you can use their face and you can show who they are. We get specific permission from patients to show images of them, and if it's going to be something that's identifiable, I'll get a second specific consent for that.
Like when you do like a before or after breast aug or something like that?
Yeah, or like I did like that pimple popping thing with that lipoma. Like I told the guy, like, listen, we're going to post this. Your face may be on it. Is that cool? I got no problem with that, man. Okay, cool. We'll do it. That's not unethical. And by the way, every cop, before they look at their radar, they tell their partner, he's doing 82. No, he's doing 84. And they shoot him, and they go, oh, he was doing 83. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everyone guesses.
Doctor respects you as a person, then how in the world can you trust them with your life?
The Guess the Weight of the Organ game.
Disrespectful as a person. I mean,
What are they even being charged with? I don't even know.
Nothing. There's no crime.
But what's the investigation? It says the civil suit.
No, the news channel is investigating.
It happened in the Instagram comments too, with the poster right.
It's like Lummy investigates. It's not a real investigation.
And I guess the hospital itself is investigating.
Of one person's guess. Try almost double that.
There's disrespect going on to the person that came out of. You're losing trust with the community who's seeing it. That picture had hundreds of
Caitlin Donovan
views by the time I saw it.
From one of those hundreds, this comment to the posters: "Do you think the patient would appreciate you posting this? Apparently not." 16 minutes after Target 8.
Well, but don't you think you should say, well, who's the patient?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How would they know it's them?
Like how, if you knew indeed that it was, this guy, particular person, well, then, yeah, you may not want it, but who's to say who it is?
Was it a
Contacted
private
the posters
Instagram?
I don't know.
For this story, the page was gone.
It's called Grand Rapids OBGYN something. Hell, I'd follow that one.
Anyone
hold on.
To the posters: "Do you think the patient would appreciate you posting this? Apparently,
Grand Rapids _OBGYN _residency. I'm following that page thinking that you might get, some pap smear footage.
Probably not. 16 minutes after Target 8 contacted the posters for this story, the page
Don't bust me up, Target 8.
Was gone.
Anyone
with Caitlin Donovan kicker
who sees that is going to take a step back. And
although Caitlin Donovan's kind of naturally cute, she just needs a good blasting, don't you think?
Wonder what their doctor is saying about
Dan, you could spend the weekend with Caitlin Donovan and get her far less uptight, could you not?
Thinking about
I'd rather
them.
spend the weekend with
It's
a
really
flat
sad.
cardboard cutout of
It's
her.
a sad
Doesn't
thing to
talk.
happen.
Are you referring to my fat cardboard cutout?
Well, no, I said flat.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
said
talk.
flat, not fat.
Are you ever going to take my cutout for
I
the
didn't
weekend?
know it was an option. I'd love to.
Well, yes. Who's got it checked out for next weekend?
Nobody has them now.
No one.
Spectrum Health sent us a statement saying patient privacy and confidentiality is a priority for them. Quote,
again, Dan, there was no patient confidentiality or anybody's identity released in any of these.
Nope.
That's what they should say.
Which is why it's a clean shoot.
Here at Spectrum, this means a lot to us, but there were no violations. Nobody's identity was ever disclosed. Paxan, nothing to see here. We'll cut you right.
"We were disappointed to learn that surgical images were posted on an Instagram account used by a group of residents and are taking steps to..."
Dan, will every one of those residents be fired?
Nah, they'll get in trouble from their boss, but there's nothing illegal here.
To resolve this issue, these posts do not follow our code of excellence or our...
You're right, Dan, but sometimes there are not necessarily violations and people get made, they fire you as an example.
Because you violated the code of excellence, which I'd like to read.
Police today who arrested a man they say was posing as a doctor and allegedly drugged and raped a woman. Let's go to Local 10's Christina.
This guy's a real puker.
Christina.
This guy's a real high. Let me tell you, this is Johnny News puker guy.
Rather, Christian De La Rosa live now.
Listen to him.
From Miami Beach, police today who arrested a man they say was posing as a doctor and allegedly drugged and raped a woman.
Big Country 2988, 10,000 bits.
Oh my God! This early in the morning. Thank you, my friend. 10G's running large.
Let's go to Local 10's Christina. Christian De La Rosa.
That's not her name.
Oh, Anna. There you go, Anna.
Calvin, we've heard of fake doctors before, but the accusations in this case take this to a whole other level.
Dan, I figured we open up with this. This is a fake doctor guy doing nose jobs.
Of disturbing. Detectives say 35-year-old Brody Amir
He's 35?
is not a doctor.
Oh, no.
That news guy wasn't even 35.
Jesus
this guy's
Christ.
like 60.
I'm just telling you right now, man, I am not letting a guy that looks like that work on my nose.
Of any kind. But he is accused of telling at least one...
He's not a doctor of any kind. Now, Dan, I think rhinoplasties are quite extensive, are they not?
They're very difficult.
I mean,
it's one of the hardest operations we do.
What I'm saying is, like, I could be like, I'm a doctor, and I tell you right now, man, I could sew somebody up in an emergency situation.
Of course you could.
Okay, but, like...
That's why you're on my boat.
So it's like I'm saying, like, there's some things that you could, like, pose as a doctor and probably get if you're just a kind of somewhat of a mechanical person.
Right.
But... These rhinoplasties, don't you have to break the nose?
Oh, it's really difficult. You can't see. The instruments are super specialized. It's like the worst case. It's like the worst surgery to try to wing it. You know, I mean, it's so easy to screw those up.
So, what is the actual procedure? So, you break the nose first?
No, you do all kinds of stuff. First of all, it's in an open rhinoplasty. You make a tiny little incision right at the base of the nose.
All right.
And you meticulously dissect the skin off the tip. Then once you do that, you take the lower cartilages that form the little holes, and you split them. And then you get to the septal cartilages, which is that big flat like sail cartilage that divides the left side and the right side of your nose.
Right here?
Yep, right in the middle. And then you meticulously lift the skin off the dorsum of the nose, and you get to that cartilage.
Like you're skinning a fish, kind of?
Oh, but it's like millimeter at a time. I mean, it is little by little by little. And then you separate the lower cartilages from the upper cartilages, and then you start cutting, and then you grind the dorsum of the nose down with a rasp.
Like how
and
long?
Then you use a little chisel, and that's when you start breaking.
Now, how much work do you have in just before you start using the rasp?
2 hours.
So you got 2 hours before you even do that.
Yeah, a lot of times.
So how can some guy off the streets do that?
I have no idea.
One woman, he's a plastic surgeon, booking appointments at his apartment on the 100 block of Lincoln Road in Miami Beach. It's where the woman claims Mulvaney administered, quote, various injections on her face, arms, and legs, and went on to tell her he's a gynecologist.
Oh, okay,
who
this
could
is not the
perform,
rhino
quote,
guy then.
Vagina rejuvenations. The police report says he inserted a metal object in the woman as a...
Oh, now hold on. Hold on. You're right, Blitz, because I had two people...
Yeah,
I had two stories today. I had two stories today that I glanced at about people claiming to be plastic surgeons.
Right.
And one was a guy who did a rhinoplasty on a woman, I think it might have been. So I thought that was this one. My bad.
This is a guy who's pretending to be a gynecologist.
Yeah, this is a guy that lives in Miami, and he likes to inject girls all over their body and then insert various metal pieces, parts into her vagina, telling her that he can do vagina rejuves and or gynecology. And it's his apartment.
Yeah. Go to apartment 718 for the gynecologist.
Ask for Pedro.
The victim alleges she had a bad reaction to the injections, so Mulvaney gave her what she thought was medication. She passed out.
It was called Rufinol.
Yeah.
And then he Bill Cosby her.
Investigators say it's when Mulvaney raped her.
Yep.
What's most troubling in this, not only the details of this investigation, but the strong probability.
The fact that he also is posing as a doctor and he could have killed somebody, could he not?
Yep.
That there may be additional victims out there.
Of course there are. You think this happened the first time?
Apartment.
Yeah, you think this guy thought of this concoction, on a Friday night and did it on Saturday?
So elaborate.
1636 is where the police report says the suspect had an entire setup and where he admitted to police to have a slew of fake certifications saying he was a doctor. He admitted to that, but he said the sex with the woman was consensual. By the way, this man is also facing a battery charge for smacking a woman at a nearby gym. if you have any information of other potential victims connected to this man.
And they're really putting this guy out there, are they not?
Yeah.
Police want to hear from you.
Do you like
We're
his
live at
eyebrows?
Miami Beach. I'm Chris.
Do I like what?
Do you like? I was asking Anna if she likes his
Oh
eyebrows.
no, not at all.
His eyebrows are just
Too manicured.
too
Yeah, well,
something.
De La Rosa, local 10.
All right, Chris.
too attended to.
I don't know. The guy has a lot going on, and I can't quite pinpoint all of it.
Well, if you go to his Instagram, you can
Pretty much
see
figure
a
it
lot
out.
more. Yeah.
Well, if you want to send it to me,
Lovely.
that'd be great.
I've
Here-
looked at it before. I don't have it.
Doral woman posed as a doctor left a man. Hold on. So this was a woman that was I'm a plastic
Oh,
surgeon.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and she's
Requested to perform cosmetic surgery on him, left him with a botched nose job. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jackie Nesbro.
And I'm Trina Robinson. Let's get out
Hey girls, how you doing, Jackie and Trina?
to NBC6 reporter
See
Alyssa
a four-part
Hyman live
thing
at
A
the
lot
jail
going on with those two gals.
with more
You like it?
on
I'm
this
not
last
talking about
case.
it.
Oh, here we
Alyssa?
go.
No, there's a lot going on here with Blonde.
This Hyman.
What?
Well, that woman
Oh.
is now
Hold
behind
on, this might be a man.
That's her
Be
name.
quiet.
bars, accused of practicing medicine without a license. We spoke to the victim in this.
Hey, listen, Alyssa, you might not want to tuck when you got ears the size of Abraham Lincoln. You might want to not tuck them behind the deal. I'm just saying.
Oh, jeez.
Right? You should wear it. Your
Got Rubio ears.
This case who first reported
Look at
Oh
those
my
things.
God.
I mean, she's going pillar to post on those ears.
to police. He said that surgery
Oh, hold on. Marco Rubio's on the phone. He wants his ears back.
Yeah, Disney called Dumbo quit.
left him in pain and unhappy, and he's
Man, we're so mean. Ned, Dan, do they do ear reductions?
Yes, we can.
Or you like pin the ear back?
Well, there's two ways. So you can pin the ear back, but you can make the whole ear smaller.
Yeah.
You take a wedge out and you just kind of recurve it.
Yeah, like what I'm saying is, not necessarily they stick out so much, but they are big.
Yeah, those ears could feed a family of 4.
Well, Dan, I wasn't quite there, but you do. Now, have you done an ear reduction before?
Yes.
For real?
Uh-huh.
Is there anything you haven't done plastic surgery-wise?
I have not built a penis in about 22 years.
But you have built one.
I have built one, but it's been a while.
You built a penis?
Have you carved
Yeah.
vagina?
How?
I've helped make a vagina.
Okay.
You tighten up you rejuve.
No, I
made
meant
one.
carve one out.
I carved one. I've turned a,
Can you take Dan? If I bring a bar of soap tomorrow, can you carve it into a vagina?
We can't show any of it though.
Oh, we can't.
No.
But it's dear Twitch. It's a soap vagina.
Doesn't matter.
It's a soap.
Can we wash our hands with it
flesh
afterwards?
tunnel. Now, Dan, you've carved an ear before, have you
Hands
not?
get dirtier.
You've carved an ear before, right?
Yes.
In a bar of soap.
Yes, with
Anna,
like a spoon.
With a spoon. Anna, he took a spoon
Yeah.
and made an absolute complete ear, like beautiful ear out
Like
of
a
it.
sculptor?
Yes, like
Yeah.
sculpting it.
Dan,
it was a homework assignment.
Can you do? Now, how long does that take you?
It took me, 40 minutes.
So tomorrow, while we're opening the show, could you be over there carving away with your spoon?
Oh, you want me to try to do an ear?
Well, yeah.
Sure. I'll try one tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, do we need what type of spoon and soap do we need? Or can you bring it? Or can
You know what? A small spoon, a big spoon, and like blitz. Just
dial ivory.
Yeah, something that's like
You
a
need it square
like a
or-
lever
or do you-
2000. No, like a regular old curved, like a slightly curved brick of soap.
Okay.
Can't be all dried out
Has to be like a lever 2000.
It's something with a little bit of moisture to it.
Moisture.
Yeah, so it doesn't get chalky
Like the
and
face soap.
brittle.
All right. Can we should we send Lummy on that mission?
Between now and tomorrow, sure.
Lummy, can you go buy us a bar of soap? And I got spoons. I'm sure we got plenty of spoons, and they have to be metal,
Who's
right?
going to
Dan?
be my model?
Well, what about
Anna? You might need 2 bars.
If I do ears, can we do 2 bars together?
I'm insecure about my lobes.
For just
Extra
the
low bar.
lobes. For just the lobes.
No.
Well, Dan, if you turn to your left, isn't her ears the easiest for you to see? Like if you were, on the air and carving, and you need to glance at the ear you're carving.
I'll just bring an extra, one of those little hand soap things for the earlobe.
What do you mean?
Because I got a big lobe.
She got a lot of lobe.
Got a lot of lobe.
Lobalicious.
Oh, no.
Did you say she was lobalicious?
Yes.
Hit that bell.
Stand by here. Not what I'm in. No, it's not.
There it is.
My template. So sorry. Anna, it's actually amazing to watch him. Like I could never do that.
But what if we got him a bunch of bars of soap and for YouTube he does different body parts?
Now, Dan,
I could probably do
Yeah,
that.
Dan, build a human for us.
soap human.
Can you do? Can you do your nips?
Where did you learn this? Where did you learn this trade, so to speak?
I didn't. I would just hand it to me and I did it. It would be like the.
No, was it an assignment at medical school?
In my residency, in plastic surgery residency, one of the classic things they try to do to the residents is, carve an ear out of a bar of soap, just so you can get a feel for what it's like to do something three-dimensionally. And
But
I'd
what
never
if you're
tried it
not a
before.
very good artist?
Then you probably should be a plastic surgeon.
You probably should be a plastic surgeon. Exactly. Exactly. Go
So
carve
is
a
that kinda-
pancake. I have a pancake.
Is that kind of like a test?
Yeah.
Like if they said, Bubba Clem, I know you're going to try out for, nose tackle for the Bucks. We're going to start with you having to run, a 5.240. And we're going to run a 7.4. They're like, man,
threshold.
This guy's out.
The threshold test. Yeah.
Right.
Sort of. They looked at the ears.
Was there any of the guys or plastic women, men or women, who were in your class that couldn't do it?
Well, my particular class was an African American woman and a paraplegic. So
You had a 3-person medical class.
no, the 3 residents in my year of plastic
okay.
surgery.
Alrighty.
It's a small group, and I blew theirs away. But I was competing against. Look who I was competing against.
It was the Special Olympics of plastic surgery.
He was actually
You were a ringer.
He was a Special Olympian sailor. He was a sailing champion in the Special Olympics.
Was he in a wheelchair?
Oh yeah, he was in a wheelchair. Had a special elevator. You would have loved it, Bubba. He would lock his wheelchair up, and then like lawn equipment, his wheelchair would elevate
Like
and
Brandon.
extend.
Like Brandon does.
Yeah,
And he was able to get over the table.
turned
and
into
operate.
turned into a transformer.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
It was probably $100,000.
Oh yeah, they're super expensive.
Oh, hold on.
Red flag is he says she was giving him prescriptions under another doctor's name.
Yeah, where do I get a hold of that at?
Right.
With that surgery, to that day, then she ruined my life.
Vincenzo's.
Well, hold on.
His life's not that ruined. He
Hold
doesn't
on.
even look that bad. I'm sure
Hold
he
on.
still looks better than he looked like when he
I'm getting
before
ready
the
to say.
rhinoplasty.
I'm getting ready to say, man.
Come on.
It's not that bad.
I'm getting ready to say, man. I don't even know if you charge this woman because she did a pretty damn good job, right?
Yeah.
My life.
Vincenzo Zurlo said.
That guy's nose looks perfect.
Listen, Borat. I mean, listen, he done ruined my life.
Vincenzo
He ruined my life.
Zurlo says he was left traumatized, frustrated,
Whoa, gray
and in pain.
sweatpants.
Yeah, that's
He says he
traumatizing.
botched
Hold on, let's look at this new deal.
nose job by a woman who he thought was a licensed doctor.
I may lose my money, but I don't want to lose justice.
Alcalira Jimenez was arrested Thursday, charged with practicing medicine without a license. The Millennium Anti-Aging and Surgery Center, where she's listed as the business owner, now papered with notices, including an emergency action violation to cease and desist.
She told me then she had years of experience.
Zurlo told police
She
she
might.
did his first surgery at that Doral Surgery Center in February of 2020 and
All right, man. I mean, right?
said he was awake through the entire procedure. Afterwards, he
Now,
said
Dan, if she worked in this guy if she's been in business for a couple years,
She's done a few of these.
and she has done bad jobs, meaning botched things up. Don't you think that somebody would have a long time ago said something? So that would be now. I'm not validating anything that she's done because obviously she's not a doctor, but she must be pretty good at it because it seems like it took a while for them to catch her.
Right, and she was probably a surgeon in South America and doesn't have a license in America, so she probably had some real experience. It isn't just like some person
Some
that,
chick
that
from the
read
flea
about
market.
it, that read about it on a YouTube video and figured out how to do it. So that's a big problem because in South Florida, there's tons of South American and Central American physicians that are trying to do a little bit of medicine. And they start in these little clinics and these little spas, and they start getting a little beyond what they're allowed to do. And as soon as you have a guy like this that is going to just make such a stink, despite the fact his nose isn't that bad, he's not that much.
When you said you don't like doing rhinoplasties on guys anyway, right?
Because they do stuff like this too.
Hold on.
Right.
Dan
So
said,
I did one on a guy that was like this. He's just like a crying little baby about his nose. His nose was perfect. And he's like, oh, my nose, my whole life is ruined. No, it's not, dude. Your life is ruined because you're a douchebag, not because your nose sucks.
But hold on. Even before Dan was part of the show, or I mean, like 10 years ago, I asked Dan, hey, Dan, what's the worst surgery you have to do? And he goes, I hate doing rhinoplasties on men.
Yeah.
Men are the most critical little bitches.
Yep, especially with their nose.
Are most of them gay men?
No, I'm not saying that.
And so, but Dan said he'll flat out somewhat screen you as kind of a dude while you're getting that consultation. And Dan sometimes will say, no, I just don't feel comfortable about doing your nose.
I say no to half the guys that come to me for a nose job. Half, at least.
Just because you know it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I can tell they're going to be a problem.
That's the luxury of not being hungry.
Pain and unhappy with the results. 3 months later, he says Jimenez offered to do a revision surgery, which Zerlo told us also left him.
I'm not trying to be a dick and stick up for the surgeon that is practicing probably without a license, but his nose looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, he's again, this exemplifies the problem with doing nose jobs on guys.
Swollen and in pain. What really...
Now, Dan, have you ever done a perfect nose job on a guy? Like, it's like, you know, you nailed it. And you're as hard on yourself as... And I nailed that one. Yeah, comes back and he's a little bitchy. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Don't you want to just punch him in that nose?
Yep.
Raised red flags was when he says Jimenez prescribed him painkillers and antibiotics under another doctor's name.
Hey, I need to talk to her a little bit.
Oh, something is wrong. Something has to be wrong.
All of that led him...
As soon as this guy opened his mouth and introduced himself, I'd say, nope, I can't do your nose job. You're going to be a problem.
Yep.
To report her to the Department of Health and the Doral Police.
I don't know if she's licensed in another state or another country. I can tell you for a fact she's not licensed in the state of Florida.
Well, he really bobs his head a lot at the end just to kind of get his point across.
He's a head bobber.
Not had a court date or entered a plea. We tried reaching out to the emails and the phone numbers listed on the Surgery Center's website. So far,
the Surgery Center said, we're not available for comment, but tell that doctor we can fix that Bob.
Could not get in touch with anyone. Doral Police actually went undercover in this case and said the investigation is far from over, and they say it is possible that there...
Why? I bet you this woman's kind of hot. Why is she wearing a mask?
Because she needs a nose job.
Oh.
Could be other victims...
Reporting live from a chick that needs a nose job.
Just tell him to wear a mask.
And if you think that applies to you, you're asked to call Doral Detective.
I like how she does her eyes. She's got pretty eyes.
For now, we're live tonight in Doral. Lisa Hyman, NBC6 News.
Lisa Hyman. You don't think that she got razzed in school?
Yeah.
Every day.
We'll return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show Best of the Week after this. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show's Best of the Week.
Starting next week, hopefully midweek, Lummy, in conjunction with the person that's doing my merchandise, in conjunction with Tim Brown helping a little bit, Blitz helping a lot. Hopefully we'll have the Bubba Army merch stuff up and available. We'll start with just hoodies, hats, and black T-shirts. I think we got a Lummy shirt. We got to have the Blitz Click shirt, the Clem Click shirt. We got the I work outside or I'm a truck driver and have to wear a high-vis Bubba Army shirt. Hopefully all of that up by midweek next week. We'll be using Stamps.com. I can't use my own promo code Bubba anymore because I've done signed up, but you can. Stop wasting your time and go to the post office and simply go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk with my promo code Bubba. You get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments and/or contracts. Go to Stamps.com.
Promo code Bubba.
Click on... boy, poor Tuttle used to be that guy. He would be the guy that would go, promo code Bubba. Type in promo code Bubba. Click on the microphone on the top homepage and type in Bubba. That's Stamps.com.
Promo code Bubba.
You're never going to go to the post office again. You're going to save 62% off UPS rates and 40% off post office rates. You do the postage from the privacy of your own business or your home or wherever. And the bottom line is they come and pick it up for you. You don't have to go anywhere. You arrange a pickup. They come and get it. It's gone. STAMPS, Stamps.com.
Promo code Bubba.
Promo code Bubba. Is Tuttle here?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
He was. He had a little confrontation with Dr. Dan.
Oh no.
He did?
Yeah, he was there when Dr. Dan was leaving.
Oh well, but you know what? That's what I would expect of Tuttle. You know, like Tuttle wouldn't be Tuttle had he not caused a little stink. That's what makes Tuttle Tuttle. Well, where's he at? I thought you guys
right outside the door.
Waiting. You said to wait.
I thought you guys were going to bring him in as I was in the middle of my endorsement, kind of like that smooth transition kind of deal. There he is. He's sneaking in his full skinniness. Toto, when you hear me do my endorsement, you used to be my endorsement guy, remember?
Yes, sir.
You would be the guy that would be like, promo code Bubba.
Promo code Bubba.
What did you do to Dan out in the parking lot?
I just wanted to find out what his issue was.
Was it Tuttle Investigates?
Yes, it was Tuttle Investigates. You know, I told
Tuttle
him.
even brought his own camera and microphone.
Yeah, I recorded the whole thing for you.
Like that little fuzz mic that you use for Jesse?
Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, I'll play that here momentarily.
I was
Nothing gets by Tuttle, does he now?
Well, I mean, he was kind of eating up on my real estate. I mean, that would be like a surgeon, like taking up the room for him, and that, would be like somebody.
That would
from
be
me.
barring that you are on the level of a surgeon.
Well, no, I was going to say, like, you know, when I'm doing my fish hustle, like some nobody is taking up the fish cleaning station, and I can't get my fish clean to be able to go sell them to the Mexicans, and that would be it.
No, you can't sell your full fishes. You have to sell them already sliced up.
People want the fish strips. They don't want the whole fish.
Well, most of them probably want them gutted too.
Mm-hmm. So, like, are you good at cleaning fish?
Oh yeah, big time.
Now, do you clean fish every day?
It all depends. Like,
now, don't you fish without a license too? So you're always
I'm legal now because I actually have steady income coming in on the Tuttle Daily podcast.
Oh. So you're able to go buy yourself like a $26, license deal.
Yeah, I even got my snook permit.
Back in the day, would you have to
like a $5 kicker?
Would you have to fish dirty back in the day? Like, you would always be looking for the guy?
Yeah, there was one time I had to jump in the water and swim.
Why? Because you were going to ticket?
Well, yeah, the game warden came.
Now, when you fish, do you go by like the minimums? Like you're on your cooler, you're supposed to measure the fish out.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah, Sergeant 1981, 1,000 bits.
Or is a fish on the hook a fish that's in the cooler?
Well, I got to tell you, if I thought that the pandemic was going to get really bad, I was like going to keep everything, like every fish.
Do people really, really abide by that?
No.
And does it work?
No, they don't.
It doesn't work.
And I mean, the percentage of people that they can really catch, let's say there's 100 boats that go out of Clearwater, there's probably 1,000 boats that go out of Clearwater Marina every day. Blitz, I mean, can they pull over? 5, 10, 15 boats a day?
That's about it.
There's still like 90 other boat that's, trucking on in with,
right.
redfish that are too small.
It's the worry of getting caught that stops some people.
Do you know that the game warden actually has the most authority out of
the
pretty
Fish
much,
and Wildlife?
Well, yeah, Fish and Wildlife.
Supposedly they can take your boat, like they can seize your boat, and they can,
search your freezer.
And they have arrest powers anywhere in the state, water, air, land,
and
sea,
they don't
anywhere.
have to have permission to come in your house or anything like that, too.
To search.
That's not true.
Well, if you to your freezer, like if you had one on the front porch or something, or look in your cooler,
they can't come look at my dildo closet. But I mean,
they still need a warrant to go in your house. They can't just go in your house.
I meant like what he was saying,
Lummy,
on your property.
Lummy, I don't think that any law enforcement agency can come in your house without a warrant.
Well, I mean, there's a couple like emergency circumstances, but other than that, like if they hear someone screaming, they can come in. But,
all right, so you got a steady income on your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you do your podcast daily?
For a while there, 6 months, I did one every single day, even on Saturdays and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
So it usually ranges.
But have you learned the podcasting algorithm, so to speak? And I ask this I'm asking you this because I think you know more about this than we do.
Well,
but I mean, have you figured out like less is sometimes better? Oversaturation sometimes doesn't work.
Well, it actually helped me get a lot of content out there where my name showed up in searches and stuff. So that actually helped me out. And then I backed it down, and I only do Monday through Friday now. I do the recorded podcast, and then I do a nightly live stream on my YouTube channel since I'm monetized now.
Right. And like, I know my numbers, and I don't want you to embellish. Because I want to be real here, because everybody in this world embellishes. Especially, I'm sorry, what's that, Lummy?
Oh, sorry, Jet and Cat Bub Army 815 2,000 bits.
Thank you so much.
I knew you were going to ask this question, so I took a screenshot of...
Okay, no. I'm not...
Do you want me to text it to you so you can see my numbers?
Text it to me, because I know what my numbers are, and I know that we're not really doing that much on the money deal. Maybe we don't know how to sell it.
Are you talking about my YouTube or my podcast?
Well, both, buddy.
Okay.
And this isn't a comparison deal. This is, I want to talk to somebody that's doing it as well. Because you hear like, oh man, this guy's doing podcasts. This guy's getting, $8,400 an episode. I don't know. It's such a misnomer on the numbers, right? Would you not? I mean, would you not agree?
Oh yeah, of course. But you also got to realize, just because you don't get a good download day, this stuff is all on demand now. So maybe somebody got really, really busy, and they'll catch up and down. And
now the screenshot that you sent me, is that podcasting?
Yeah, that's my podcasting.
Vulture XYZ with 10,000 bits.
Oh my God, that's great.
That's Tuttle's guy, by the way.
Oh, it is. That's not.
That's my producer.
Thank you. Now, so total, I'm not going to mention any numbers, okay? But my numbers are a lot more than these.
Yeah, but you also have a terrestrial radio show.
Buddy.
No, he wasn't saying it that way.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Please, Tuttle.
Sorry,
Please, buddy.
I apologize, Bubba.
Sergeant 1981, 1,000 bits.
This is not. I think I told you this is not confrontational. This is I'm trying to figure this out, and if you're able to make money with those numbers,
right? That's what I was saying.
I should be able to make money as well, and I need to figure out how to do that. And I was gonna
sponsors.
I was gonna talk to you about how you do that. That being said, you see, if you Google, money and podcasting, it's everybody's got a different amount they supposedly make. And so what I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to compare mine to yours. Yes, I would think that mine is higher. I'm saying that we're not efficiently marketing it or selling it because with my numbers, and privately I'll give you my numbers and I'll show you my numbers.
Okay.
You might be able to help me say, well, hell, you need to be talking to this guy. You need to be talking to that guy.
Well,
because I'm just saying, I think you've become pretty good at it.
Well, what I do is I'm constantly, when I go into businesses, I get their cards and I say, give me 30 days to be able to prove that I can get some people that are going to come in and spend business in your place. And then we'll talk after those 30 days. And that's how I've gotten the 5 major sponsors that I have right now.
Okay, now with regards to YouTube, now that's a whole other animal because that's controlled by YouTube. You don't have to really go out and hustle the matrix, so to speak. Well, you can. You can hustle the matrix. I mean, are you hustling your matrix too on YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get everybody to give me the thumbs up and stuff, so I show up more in results and.
All right. So what are your I'm almost at 40,000 subscribers. Is that pretty good?
Oh yeah, that's amazing. Like I'm almost at 3,000, but my time I get a lot of hours with my live streams because I think you have to get to like 4,000 hours in a calendar year for you to get monetized.
Tuttle's got the TSLs.
Yeah, so yes, I do have the TSLs. My time spent listening is way up there.
All right. So I'm looking at my back end right now, which I could potentially put up on the screen for you to see.
Okay.
But I don't want everybody seeing my business, so I'll just.
Well, I mean, if Tuttle sees it, everyone's going to know it eventually.
Right. Exactly. So, telephone, tell a Tuttle.
And by the way,
but hold on. I'm just going to give you some numbers, and you tell me if for the last 30 days, okay, like the last 28 days, my watch time, is that what I should tell you? What number do you want me to tell you? Because you know how well you do. Like I got 150,000 views, and my watch time is almost 14,000 K.
I mean that's really, really great, but I mean you need to start throwing in some in-segment like quick 30-second sponsorships that you can do in segment, because with podcasts people are just going to fast forward through a lot of the stuff. So what you want to do is, zing them in there and make it sound like a spot.
You mean like placed organic evergreen type deal?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
That you can sell on your own, that you really don't have to cut anybody in on.
Now, are you doing any Are you on Cameo?
No, I'm using Clubhouse has been helping my numbers go up a lot.
But Clubhouse has no way to monetize.
Not right now, but I mean, I can still mention my sponsorships
to other places.
1703 Crescent Drive, Warsaw, 1,000 bits.
See, I tried, Tuttle, to do the Clubhouse to me looks like 1950 walkie-talkie camera, like party line technology.
I mean, didn't everybody say the same thing about TikTok for a little while, too?
Yeah. Are you TikToking too?
Not as much. It's like my producer takes care of all the behind the scenes stuff, and I'm just constantly trying to get content. But with it getting hot right now, it's really hard to do my show in my PT Cruiser.
Is that where you do your car show from?
Yeah.
I mean, is that where you do your daily podcast from?
Yeah, I cut
and your YouTube too?
Well, no, I do that out by the seawall, but then I had the cops called on me because I had Wi-Fi at the clubhouse, and the owner said I wasn't allowed to use the Wi-Fi, and I told him to go pound sand. And he started cursing at my parents, and I said a lot of choice words, and he called the cops on me, trying to get me kicked out. So I had to get one of my lawyer friends to, stop it, because he was trying to evict my parents during a pandemic right now.
Because you're a Wi-Fi thief.
Oh, so they were saying that you were stealing Wi-Fi.
No, it's free to everybody, and then he just cut it off to everybody then, but I've already hacked back into it.
It was an unsecured network?
Yeah.
And they got mad?
Yeah, he got mad.
Okay.
By the way, hi Anna. I think you're doing an amazing job on the show. By the way,
thank you so much.
Yeah, Tuttle, break everything. I mean, I don't know that you. No, Tuttle. Obviously, you're gonna work it and probably embellish how much you really do listen. But do you listen to the show?
No, I don't.
But I'm doing really well.
No, I catch the highlights, but I mean, I listened to you whenever you were doing, late nights at 102.5 The Bone, and I thought it was great. I mean,
you're talking about her or me?
Well, I mean, that was towards the end right there. Everybody in the building knew that your time was up. It was just waiting. It's like they didn't give you a chance there towards the end.
Who, her? Or
no,
me?
You.
Oh, yeah. Well, we all know how I did dirty. I don't think that's. I mean, that everybody knows.
Yeah, Tuttle infiltrated the building over there and started.
Tuttle, were you in on any of it, buddy?
No, we've been over this a lot.
No, but I know we've been over it long ago. But I don't know. Is there I just feel as if I'm missing something. Like you might know. Like, did you know about the Bubba Who stickers?
No,
that Hamill made, and Lumby. Why don't you explain to Tuttle about that?
Hamill and Miller and Jabberjaw and all those people. Hamill made a bunch of stickers and gave them to them to kind of start passing out to everyone at the Bone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I heard rumblings of that, but, I really didn't know who was behind it because, when you start asking too many questions, I was able to see that video that I actually talked to authorities about.
God, I don't even believe that thing circulated through Cox. I mean, I know it did, and I cannot believe that my sex tape video circulated through the Cox buildings, and nothing really happened other than them writing a check for Hogan.
But
people retain their jobs. I mean, I cannot wrap my head around that. And I know that I'm not supposed to talk about it. I know that I'm supposed to let it go. But I still just can't wrap my head around that. How that was allowed to happen. I mean, I don't know. Would you guys have a struggle with it? I mean, it was the beginning of my demise, and I just cannot wrap my head around the fact that people that did it got away with it.
Oh, Bubba, let it go. It's no big deal.
That's what people tell me.
I know.
That's what people
when you're
tell
not
me.
involved, it's easy to say that.
I literally have, people tell me, people that I respect, you just really need to let that go, buddy. Hold on.
Right. I mean, and to be honest, they are probably somewhat right, but
they're probably saying that more for your health.
And I agree, but how are you going to do that?
I mean, could you ever let it go, Anna? If you put yourself in my situation, could you ever let it go? If somebody took your job, destroyed your career. Now, mind you, I want to make sure everybody understands that I had a part of it too. Mm-hmm. I'm not an innocent person here that didn't do anything wrong. I obviously did something wrong. But I mean, my God, don't you think that I've paid for it?
Well, when they say you need to let it go, what does that mean? Does that mean forget about it? Because obviously not. But I think what they mean is don't let it fully consume you.
No, it doesn't. I think my rebound back and my resurgent back into where I am in the overall distribution of my content and being monetized and paying for that content, being able to sustain 6 employees, a facility, and make the money, that we do. I think that in itself shows that I haven't, that I did let it go.
I think you've actually done a great job because you've accepted it. You make jokes about it. You know what I mean? It's part of the shtick now. You talk about it often, but it doesn't fully consume you like it probably once did.
What do you think, Tuttle? You're certainly an outsider.
Well, I think I think what people meant by let it go is that the radio audiences are changing so much. New people are checking into the show that if you would have just stopped talking about it a couple of years ago, nobody would even know about the Hogan sex tape.
Well, I don't agree with that because there was 2 major lawsuits about it, and there's obviously a couple things. There's a couple movies being made about it. It was the largest civil verdict in the history of Pinellas County. I'm talking about radio personalities that that benefited from it. I just don't understand how I don't understand how that person got away with it.
But you're still respected in the radio industry.
Well, I'm actually far ahead of everybody in the radio industry. One, Tuttle, and you're a true radio historian, and I don't want you just to tell me what I want to hear, but I want you to be honest with me. One, most of these radio guys don't own their own content.
Nope.
2, they've not established any other delivery mechanism of the content that they don't owned. 3, They don't have their, for the most part. Now, you don't need that big of facilities to create content anymore, but they don't have virtually anything. And 4, they've not established a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel or podcasting for the most part. So what are they going to do when? And listen, I'm not necessarily talking about Mike Calta or Rush Rollins or any, but guys in that genre, so to speak, when they pull the rug out from under you. Which is going to happen because that's what's happening in radio. They're replacing personalities with nationally syndicated personalities or music.
Do you remember?
And so none of these guys have built any infrastructures at all. So I would say, Tuttle, that I'm, as much as it sucks terrestrially, I'm way ahead of the game.
Yes, you are. And I've talked to some people over at iHeartRadio in Orlando, and they're pretty much planning on not ever bringing the talent back into the building, except the board ops and production people.
A lot of radio is doing that, and it's going to allow them to not have to rent so much, space.
But it doesn't
retail-wise, I heard that the building on Gandy is for sale. That huge building, because they don't need that big of a place. Salespeople sell from home. Radio jocks don't need full-blown studios anymore.
But it doesn't sound as good as the product that you're putting out with your facility.
I know. None of them have a Twitch channel that makes any kind of money. I don't know that any of them are killing it on YouTube, so to speak. I don't know that any of them are making very much money on podcasting. Their podcast usually is re-aggregated through their company.
Yeah. What made you want to get back into doing more podcast? Because you've gone through phases where you have done the podcast. And
no, I never really did it the right way.
Seth.
And Seth, and God bless his little soul, Seth kind of got me excited about podcasting. And then I saw, what kind of numbers we can do. And I'll just tell you right now, Tuttle, I'll tell you. We do, and you can tell me this might blow you away, or it might be like, that's not so good. I mean, however, Tuttle, I want you to be truly.
Okay.
But we do, on our good months, we do 130,000 downloads a month.
I mean, that's amazing.
Country Girl 92, $30 cash. Fish on J 1,000 bits. RD Rich 1,000 bits, and Hootie His 2,800 bits.
I mean, we're gonna get ready to hit our 500,000th download. We just started this in November, and so I mean, I think those are real numbers, aren't they?
Yes, of course. I mean, my best week was probably about 10,000 downloads.
Right.
That was my best week. But you also got to remember how humbling it was when I first started this podcast that I've been doing. I was getting 20 downloads a day, and I'm like, holy crap, I was just on a nationally syndicated radio show, and now only 25 people are downloading my stuff. But it's just a grind. You just got to keep hustling.
Well,
RD Rich 1,000 bits.
Anyway, Tuttle, what would you foresee? I have you come back, and I wouldn't be adverse to having you over once a month, if that would be okay. I think our problems that I've always had with you is that I just
too much.
I just threw you back in.
Yeah.
And then you got to, and I think if we're going to be totally honest with each other, I think you got a little full of yourself this last time.
Yeah, full of ego and alcohol.
And pills.
What kind?
What were you? No, are you on anything right now?
He would take much like what Decap did.
Oh.
They shared a lot of the same pills.
All right, now Tuttle, do you feel comfortable about telling us when?
Yeah, I'll talk about everything. And listen, I just smoke weed and I take 20 milligrams of Adderall a day, and that's all that I'm on.
And you seem as normal as you could be. Are you as mentally? I know physically you're as healthy as you probably ever have been.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you with your shirt off. You're quite the bodybuilder.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I did a lot of damage to my body.
Yeah.
So
now, how did you get in shape? Just old school push-ups.
No, yeah, for one, yeah. No, I just started.
Magic Carp Ride 78 G-Ball.
I started out slowly just by running, and then I just do lightweight, high reps and stuff.
What about the booze?
No booze at all.
But Todd, you know.
I know I've lied to you before.
A
lot, yes. But no, I'm not drinking. Trust me, if I was still drinking, all I would do is sit around and drink all day. I would sit on my ass, and I wouldn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, I meant to put a bottle of vodka on his desk there before you got here.
What if there was a bottle of vodka there? What would you do?
It would probably make me throw up.
RD Rich 1,000 bits.
When was the last time you had a drink?
Remember when you used to bark for nips like a seal?
Yeah. And he used to throw them to me, and like on days that I would have like really good days where I would tell like a lot of great jokes, he would toss them over, and I would already be on like 12 shots of Touch vodka before 10 a.m.
So like Lummy.
Yeah.
I'm freaking out right now.
Bubba once made
I'm just asking for one measly nip.
I drink a fifth of Jack Daniels in about 30 minutes.
Every day?
Well, one day, because Bubba made me...
I'm not a smiling monkey.
He made me do a book report of everybody on the show, and I knew it was going to be bad for me, and I just got S-faced, and they shot me up, and I didn't even move.
I'm not a Harry Potter mustard mouth.
We used to get, Tuttle, we used to get so much heat with you. We got so much.
That might have been for...
So wait, when was your last drink?
But here's the best one ever.
I hated you then, I hated you now, and I'll hate you forever.
That was him talking to Bubba, by the way.
That really hurts, Tuttle.
Yeah.
That hurts.
I hated you then, I hated you now, and I'll hate you forever.
I'm over a year and a half right now.
Oh,
no
that's
drinking.
great.
I'll take him. I want his farts. I want him like right there in my nose.
Yeah, did you know that? I used to get farted on every single day.
By who?
5 trays.
Trace usually.
Did you have to tell your therapist all this when you were
Yes.
about,
That bucket represented my whole radio career.
Does that make you happy?
Yeah.
All I am is a dancing chicken for you. Adderall for everybody.
Tuttle's career is a giant orange bucket with a hole on the side.
Yep. And I used to have to stick my big head in there.
I got my Adderall.
Still.
I just want to feel numb because I don't feel anything in life.
That was right. That was getting close to the time.
Right here?
Yeah.
I just want to feel numb because I don't feel anything in life. It's
First
all
of all-
crumbling around me because it's just a stupid pair of boots.
Now, Tuttle, after you got out of the deal, did you stop taking a lot of your medication right then, or did you wean yourself off?
Okay.
Or?
Yeah. Can I tell you?
I'm begging for you to fart on me.
That was the worst withdrawal that I have ever gone through in my life. Getting off of the psychotropic meds.
Really?
I'll touche you with a true alcoholic just doesn't give a damn.
No,
So, you mean
I'm
getting
going to
off
say it because
all of that?
you talked about it on air before, but you were on risperidone as well.
Yeah, that one, and I was...
Now, are you familiar with Decap and the stuff that he's on?
No.
That one, and what else, Tuttle, did you say?
Yeah, give us your list, and we'll give you Decap's list.
I was on the risperidol.
Yep.
I was on the sertraline, which is basically the mood stabilizer one that they have. And there was another one that I forgot about. But
you were taking Norcos.
Yeah, I was taking because I heard you talking
on
about
Norcos on those too.
Yeah.
Is that a painkiller?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's hydrocodone.
So hold on. Drunk, I mean, a fifth of whatever you could find a day. Norcos, Respiratol.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
The sertraline.
Mood stabilizer.
And Adderall.
Yeah. It was like they were fighting each other. It was like a white trash speedball.
It
pretty
was.
much.
It was. And it was. And now what else?
And Adderall, too, back then.
Well, yeah,
right?
Adderall. And then what else?
I mean, that was in some weed, too, but I mean...
All the other radio hosts have thrown me to the side like a piece of trash. I'm a clown, a sad clown that everybody's supposed to laugh at.
You know, I never talked about this. Whenever I was in the institution, they ended up having me on 9 pills a day and the booty juice, which I hated the booty juice.
What's that?
That's when they
were shooting them up.
They would come in if you were a little bit crazy or not doing what they wanted. They would come in with these 2 big orderly dudes and hold you down and give you a shot in your ass. And then literally, and everybody, it would just be like,
It's like 5 seconds, like a rhino going down.
And so, and so people would be like, "Oh man, you're gonna get the booty juice." Like, did they give the booty juice to everybody, or just the problematic people?
Well, I mean, sometimes they would just like, if you were, like, okay, there was this one guy that was really, really racist in there, and most of the orderlies were African American, and sometimes I just think they would remember all the racist things that were said to them, and they would just like hit him with the booty juice for fun.
So this white trash guy could just be hanging out watching a ball game, but he called them a couple of bad words a couple days ago, and they're like, So they would just roll up and give him the booty juice?
Yep.
So there was no rhyme to reason on the booty juice.
Yeah,
Did you get the booty juice?
Yeah, I did a couple of times because the guy
Is it
that
good
I was
sleeping?
with, well, yeah, it's great sleep, man. Like, I mean, you don't dream or anything. It's like being under like propofol or something.
Right.
But
Blitz, can you find some booty juice on the internet? I need to start
I'm sure I
shooting
have
myself
some.
up immediately.
Yeah, I got
the guy that was my roommate, I called him the unicorn because for some reason he had this big hump that grew out of his forehead like a unicorn. It was probably about maybe 2.5 inches long and about 3 inches wide.
Is it a cyst?
Yeah, I have no idea, but he was schizophrenic. And he would talk all night, and he would laugh like he was, doing stand-up, or he was at a stand-up show, and I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh, Shane from
The funny farm made you crazy.
Shane from JVC says this programming proves you hate me.
Oh, wow.
Why does Shane hate you so much?
I don't know. I would love to find out.
Maybe the next appearance, if you're allowed.
I'm blocked on every single one of their social media. If they could listen, if they could realize,
If you could have an apology, maybe for Shane from JVC.
I would apologize if I knew what I did wrong.
I just don't think he buys into the whole Tuttle phenomenon. Some people don't, buddy. Unfortunately, he's my boss. But you have now. Somebody said that you provided a positioning statement.
Yes, my production guy. I don't know. You may take a crap on it. Who knows?
You think Shane might take a crap on it?
He might.
No matter what, yes.
It could be the most brilliant thing in the world, and guess what? Shane thinks it sucks.
He was down. He was out. Forgotten. After months of rigorous training, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, he's been honing his skills in the pinnacle of broadcasting. That's right, the Hobo Fish Camp. 1 year later, Tuttle's back on the air with Bubba the Love Sponge.
Not permanently.
Don't miss his triumphant return. Twitch.tv/The Bubba Army.
Now,
is that guy Canadian?
Yes, he is.
Sounds like it.
He's from Alberta.
Tuttle gets him for free as part of a internship program.
No,
for
I run a 15-second liner on my podcast for his son's other podcast. So
that's it.
Yeah, that's how I get it free.
Man, you are.
I'm a hustler.
I might have you start writing the books around here, Blitz.
Right. It's a trade deal.
Yeah.
Most of my stuff is trade.
Now, it was a year ago that you got thrown out of here?
It's been a little over a year.
No, it's been well over a year.
It was September.
In October, wasn't it?
It was September of 2019.
What was the last? I got to go into words too, by the way, and then we'll end the show. So, but you're going to stick around, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what was the last lineup before? What is it? Me, Janessa, you, and Lummy and Blitz.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how it was?
Yeah.
With a Dan and Brian, a babyface kicker sometimes.
And I was getting ready to come back over to make the trek across the state, and you texted me and fired me and said, "Don't bother coming over.
Well,
we're going in a different direction."
Well, there was other issues before that.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yes, yeah.
You had the week and a half earlier came to work one morning, said that you thought about hanging yourself.
No, he said he did.
He
did. He tried.
Oh yeah, he tried to hang himself.
But Lummy's fan was so crappy it started coming out of the ceiling.
Big Red and Creatine Travis put it in faultily. It didn't work. Then we're like, oh my God, you just said that publicly, so now we have to get you admitted.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to get admitted.
No, I did not.
It might have been a bit that got away from you.
Did they come get you here? At the
that sucked.
Colton.
No, we remember. We went there and you were.
So then we turned him in,
I
and
felt
he was
bad.
like, "Oh my God, this is way more than I anticipated. I was just trying to do a couple of high spots."
It was not a high spot.
You went in on your own, but then they wouldn't let you leave.
No, they would not.
And at the end of the day, as much as it sucked, it probably saved your life.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wish that I could have had a camera in there.
And
though.
so. While you're there, I get word back to you that you need to go and be with your parents for the weekend and just reset and come back on Monday. And you refuse, and you say, "I'm coming back the minute I get
Bubba's
out."
playing games. He really wants me to be in there,
and I really
wasn't. Which I kind of get. Like
I was on 9 pills a day.
I understand,
I didn't.
I understand, buddy.
Juice.
I understand you're on the booty juice, and so I was cool. You came back, but then you got up in my face on the show.
Yeah, like 10 minutes in.
Like you were on me, bud.
Like physically?
And you were
no, but
the only physical altercation we had is
Bubba choked me out.
I choked him out. I think a statue.
Bubba's yelled at him a couple times though.
Yeah.
Like you could hear it probably from down the street.
Sorry, sorry, Tuds.
Listen, it's all in the past. I'm letting it go. I mean, I just, I want to be friends with as many people as I can.
Me and Russ are friends.
Yeah, that's great.
He just lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking, well, I haven't seen you yet. So.
We'll return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show Best of the Week after this. Ow! We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show's Best of the Week.
Hello.
Hello. I was just going to call to inform you guys that Radio
Yeah,
IO
we're done. We're done.
Radio BAR went into another direction.
Bubba Army Radio fired. Bubba Army Radio fired me.
Yep.
And they're going in a different direction. It's going to be.
All right. Is there another way I can listen to you guys?
Yeah. You can go to Twitch. That would be the best. Now, see, you're the probably kind of guy that, always listens to Bubba Army Radio in our app, which, by the way, thank you for that.
So just so you know, we are working on it. It's just it's down right now.
Yeah, he's working on it.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's the deal. You probably never have gone to Twitch because you don't have to because you're BAR. And by the way, triple thank yous for that. But
P1111.
Yeah, he's a P111. But maybe you could go over to Twitch and look at that a little bit. You might like it.
But you can listen to that without seeing it, right?
Yes, you can do a listen only. Blitz, where's the listen only feature on Twitch?
When you load the channel, you can go to the little cog icon and do audio only.
Yeah. And you seem pretty savvy. So yeah, once you go to the Bubba, by the way, our channel on Twitch is at the Bubba Army, like it is everywhere else, and you can go to the little cog and do audio only, and you can you don't have to watch the show. You can listen to the show.
Awesome. All right.
Hold on. Where are you from? I need Blitz. When you get a P111 on the phone, you want to do some data deal. You want to do a deep dive.
I'm going to assume the Lakeland area.
Yeah. You from the Lakeland area?
No, Fort Myers, actually.
Oh, you're one of those guys that 96 K-Rock screwed us, and you're like, man, I've listened to Bubba for 10 years. What the hell?
Right, exactly.
And that new morning show, boy, that's lighting it on fire. If that's not a Tukey,
for sure.
Read emails, make up fake topics. That's the ridiculous.
Yep.
Read emails.
Yeah, I've never even actually clicked over to it, so couldn't tell you anything about them.
All right, well, listen, man, I hope we helped you out, and more importantly, thank you for being a triple P1.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Bye now. A new term come up with today on the show, triple P1.
Mm-hmm.
Triple P1s are like people that, one, participate heavily on Twitch, money-wise, sub-wise, spreading the word-wise. Two, are subscribers of Bubba Army Radio, so they can go back and get it that way. And then, Blitz, what would the third one be? I don't even know. Just make up, buy merch.
Sure.
Buy merch and support the show other ways financially. There you go. Blitz, go and goes to our YouTube channel every day and looks at. Yeah, there you go. If you're a triple
Subscribe
P1,
to our YouTube.
It's our writer dies.
If you're a triple P1, you're a subscriber to YouTube, Bubba Army, and Twitch, right, Blitz?
Yeah.
Iggy is probably all three. Creatine Travis. Big Red.
Well, Iggy is also unsavory character, so.
Right, and Ghost Shock, they're all the same person.
He's a P6.
So it'll be interesting. I mean, Lummy, that's a triple P1. If you follow our YouTube channel and go watch everything you can over there.
Sometimes we call them Bubba Army.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Blitz. You're Bubba Army if you just listen to us on 98 Rock in Charleston.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, you're a real rugged construction guy, 6'2", big dong on you. You have sex with all the hot chicks. You go to the gym, you superset every day. You eat clean. You get high. You got a big truck. You got a big penis, and you listen to Bubba the Love Sponge on 98 Rock. That's all. That's all you do. You're Bubba Army all day, buddy.
Right.
But you're not a triple P1. Triple P1's a whole nother level.
That
right?
is a whole nother level.
Yeah, that's why you're a triple P1.
Giant dong.
I mean, Blitz.
Big penis.
Just no, that's just regular Bubba Army. Giant dongs.
Well, no,
rugged.
Yeah, okay.
Giant dong.
Yeah, that's
He's writing it down.
That's the first two things of being Bubba Army man. A Bubba Army, big penis and rugged as hell. Listen, you can lie about the penis.
I do.
Nobody can really check it. You think some guy's going to say, hey, you're Bubba Army? Let me see your penis.
Well, you did with Blitz.
No.
That's different.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I did not.
Oh.
He has seen pictures of my penis and a few live shots having lived with me. I've never seen, so he can, when we talk about my penis, get a visual and a comment accordingly.
What's fair is fair.
Right.
And
So, you
I had
would
to
even out
make
the
it
playing
equal.
field.
I had to
So,
make it equal.
It's kind of man law.
Yeah.
It's not. There's nothing.
is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I didn't
definitely
know that.
it's definitely man law.
Yeah, it's kind of man law. Be
Yeah,
like, listen,
yeah.
if you're going to be able to clown me on my penis, buddy, because you've seen it, not in a, I want you to see it, but you got it on my cloud, or because you're my, Anna, he's my technical guy. Like he does that. Like
Right.
he's my technical guy, and that comes with that. It sucks for me,
Right.
Because he knows everything. He knows my routing number on my bank account. He knows
I do.
everything.
Jesus.
Does he really?
Yes, he knows everything.
Social security number.
And I've often told him, listen, buddy, when things go awry with me, just be a gentleman. When you finally leave or I finally fire you or just we can't take it anymore, please don't ruin my life. I'm paying you pretty well. You're my friend. I let you drive a moped. Please.
Yeah, I
just
put like 700 miles on it yesterday.
please be cool to me. Don't ruin my life. Please. So that being said, Anna, like as dudes, if and not that he wants my penis, not that I even want him to see my penis, but he's seen my penis.
it.
And so he can flim-flam and make all these little, opinions about my penis when we're talking about penises. But
Right.
I've
I've never made an opinion of your penis. I just said that I've seen it.
Okay. Still, that freaks a guy out. A regular guy that freaks you out. Oh, this guy seen my penis.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know.
he's walking around with that information in his head.
in his little head.
Yeah.
So I then say, hey, man code, you need to show me a picture of your penis.
Right.
Because now I have a reference point and I have a way to defend myself. Well, after I saw the picture of his penis.
It backfired.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say other than it's big. I mean, and let me, as a guy, you can be all, oh, Johnny, you miss. But at the end of the day, when a guy
He whips it out.
when he's got you smoked in the wiener department, that you just be like, okay, buddy, you got to be.
It backs you down a couple
I
notches.
have a nicer truck than you. Blitz, I arguably have a nicer truck than you do.
Much nicer.
Okay, then. Touche. You got a bigger penis. I got a nicer truck. I might have to have that nicer truck to compensate for the fact that you got a better penis.
How many of your friends' penises have you seen, Bubba?
A lot.
Really?
Hold on. That didn't turn out. That wasn't what it's not supposed to be like that.
That's what it sounds like.
It's not supposed to be like that. Well, first of all, I lived across the street from Richard Fabrizi, and even if I didn't want to see his penis, he would call me up. Hello, look outside your front window. It's very important. It's an emergency.
I guess I'm going to show you.
What? No, seriously, you got to look out. Like it's the craziest thing you've ever seen. And he would be him on his front porch with his 12-inch penis just helicoptering. I'm like, Richard.
In a neighborhood with $1 million house. Every house worth over $1 million.
I'm in $1 million house, and I'm looking at his $2 million house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his 12-inch.
And his,
penis.
9-inch soft, helicopter winger.
No, that guy backs you down on everything.
Yeah.
Would he wake you up?
I saw Hogan's penis, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I've seen Lummy's penis before.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you see Lummy's
Just
penis?
when we would do stunts and his penis would whip out.
Yeah, I was taking a shower one time.
And a lot of people's like, oh, Bubba, deep down, Bubba's gay. Bubba's gay. Why doesn't Bubba come out of the closet? He talks about penis. Don't all of us guys talk about penis?
Yeah, plus
Like
you're playing
it's
sports.
on the job site. Like guys are just we're talking about our penises or like if we're in there laying shingles and we're like, man, this guy's got a big hog. I heard. How do you do it with the girls? I don't know.
Do you just discuss size, or do you discuss like
how you're doing with it? Like, hey, man,
like penis? I don't know. I imagine it has different moods, and it sways and it sweats
I don't know.
and it sticks.
I'm just saying, guys usually have a general idea of the size of penis of the guy you're working with.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you played football. I mean, we back in the day, we all had to take group showers.
Most of the penises that I've seen have been under athletic showering conditions. And
I think
that's
the seventh man disagrees with you, by the way.
What's that?
The seventh man disagrees big time.
What are they saying?
No,
they don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
They don't know what their
no.
coworkers' penises look like.
All right, well
Usually
then,
no.
Let me just say this. Me, Lummy, Paper Tiger Travis, Big Red, Iggy, the Nash brothers, the Get
You guys
Fresh,
all had a dong off?
the Get Fresh construction crew, Lummy.
That's why
We
that's
probably-
why this ceiling fan project took so long.
We probably have a general idea how we're all hung we've just been working with each other so long, up and down ladders and wearing shorts and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know how Iggy's laying. He's laying nice.
Do you ever cop a peep?
No,
you know? Like
no.
if you can move your head a certain way, you can kind of see it.
No, stop with all of that nonsense. And you know what? My transparency and my honesty, my transparency and my honesty is one of the things you like about me, the seventh man. But it's also things that you used to bury me on as well.
I gotta say though,
that's not cool.
Like you might be able to like catch a look if someone's like walking up a ladder or something, but that doesn't mean that that's what it looks like when they're ready to go.
I'm not talking about even visually being able to see.
Growers, not showers.
I'm just talking about kind of the swagger that a guy's got.
Like
if I'm
big
walking,
D energy.
Because if I'm walking up a ladder and you happen to look up my shorts, man, you're not, I mean that's not a good look.
I'm not
from on my end.
I'm not looking up there. First of all, and second of all, I'm just the energy.
Yeah.
Like Lummy has small D energy.
Does?
Yeah.
A small everything.
Yeah.
What?
Whereas to me, I think that, well, I can't think of the Get Fresh crew. None of them really have big D energy, to be honest with you.
Iggy kind of has big D energy.
Yeah, he does.
I think Iggy he's extra small overcompensate energy.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm glad I won't be here Saturday when he shows up.
Hey, Iggy, am I not allowed to rib the boys?
Oh, my God.
Am I not allowed to rib the boys?
Wow. There he is. Wow.
Iggy's going to delete his account again.
No, but Iggy's like, "Arr!" Well, and I'm kind of over. Is it called viral? When you're a man, viral.
Viral.
Is it viral?
Yeah.
I'm probably more virile than I really probably am in real life to compensate for my lack of penis. I think guys but meanwhile, Blitz, he's cool as a cucumber. Johnny Negative doesn't really.
Cucumber.
And he's got a big wiener.
Oh.
Lummy, you are kind of dumb, and your wiener is just kind of dumb.
You got a dumb wiener.
Yeah, I got a dumb wiener. It just hangs there. It just sits there.
Iggy, isn't Iggy kind of... Well, I'm thinking guys that are like that, maybe we're compensating for our wieners.
He's going to walk in Saturday and just whip it out and ask him, what do you think?
I think Big Red's probably got a pretty big wiener.
I think he does, too.
Yeah. I'm thinking, I don't think Paper Tiger Travis has a big, and if he has a wiener, it's probably hurt.
He's got a sprained wiener.
Paper Tiger Travis has probably a pretty sized wiener to be able because it's able to satisfy such a hot chick, but it's sprained a lot of times.
Lots of Band-Aids.
Yeah, it's always hurt. And Lummy, Hootie Hoo has kind of medium to larger size wiener energy. You know, it's like, you know.
And then you got the Nashes. They probably have a beer can.
Yeah, the Nashes, their wieners are just.
Their wieners are drunk.
Yeah, their wieners are drunk and wrong and wired the wrong way. Do I got heat with Iggy? Whew, I mean, I was just throwing it to everybody in there in the Get Fresh, construction gang on the wiener deal, and it wasn't. And is my wiener talk alone making people mad? Or is it? So. I think it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you seventh man, you really piss me off. But I think everything's okay right now. By the way, I have 2 cameos to do, and my cameos have been coming on. I don't know if I should. I think I should do them on the air because kind of that kind of is like a double added value deal, isn't it?
Yeah. Sure.
And I don't have to do them otherwise. Let me look at him here. My son Isaiah is 7 years old. He listens to you every morning.
What?
That's not a good dad.
And he would like for you to incorporate, come get this receipt. What? I don't know if I should do that.
Did he pay?
Yeah, he paid.
Then you should do it.
All right, Travis, right? This guy's name's Travis. Hold on.
Wait.
His son's name's Isaiah. Right?
Yeah.
All right, it's giving me the 3, 2, 1.
I feel like this is a trap.
Yeah. Hi, Isaiah. I know you're 7 years old and you listen to the show. Now, I don't know if you're watching the cameo after you've already heard it on the air, and I don't even know that you're hearing what I'm saying on the air live, but if you are, always try your best in school, my friend. I mean, look at me. I'm doing pretty well in life, and I don't think I should say that because I didn't do that well in school, Isaiah. I did not apply myself. So don't end up like me. End up like your cool dad who's letting you listen to me at the age of 7. He's real responsible now, isn't he?
Yippee Brando, 5,000 bits.
Anyway, if any kid at school gives you a hard time, smash him in the mouth and tell everybody else to come get that receipt. I don't know if that's very responsible to say to a 7-year-old either, is it?
No, it's good advice, though.
Isaiah, thank you for being Bubba Army. Hope you don't grow up to be an axe murderer.
Oh,
is that not good?
No, it's good advice. You don't want your kid to be an axe murderer.
I just uploaded all of that.
Oh boy.
And then there's a new one here. Hold on. It says, "Hi, Bubba. This is for my mom, Wendy, on her birthday. She's a huge fan and thinks that you're the greatest. She got me into your show, and I've been listening for about 10 years. Happy birthday, Carly." Well, that all kind of sounds hot, does it not?
2 chicks.
Another trap.
You think this is another trap as well?
I hope so.
Hi, Wendy. Happy birthday. More importantly, thank you for turning your kick-ass and potentially hot daughter, Carly, into Bubba Army 10 years ago. Now, I hope that she's of age. Like, he didn't get her started when she was 7 like the other kid. Now she's 17, and I just called her something hot. You know what I'm saying? This could be a trap, could it not?
Yes.
Wendy, happy birthday. Thank you for being Bubba Army. I don't know if you're a triple P1 or not. And if your daughter, Carly, is of age, hot, and available, maybe you can do a little matchmaker Willie. And what better memento of Bubba the Love Sponge is to have my sexual remnants on your sheets after I had sex with your daughter of age. Was that on my camera?
Happy birthday, Wendy.
Happy birthday, some Bubba, some dudes.
I put that on there. I think that's going to cause problems too.
Too late. Money's in your account.
What better memento to have a Bubba the Love Sponge than to have sexual remnants of me on the sheets of your master bedroom having...
I agree.
Has anyone complained about your cameos?
No.
Oh, okay.
And don't give anybody the idea. Way to throw the trolls a bone, Lummy, you idiot. Now all of a sudden I'm no longer on Cameo because you told them to complain on me. Great job, Lummy.
No, they can think if they give you 5 stars. Or do you always get 5 stars?
Lummy, that when they complain on you, then they cancel you. So I'm probably going to get canceled today. Go get your Cameo. Go get your Bubba Army Cameo while you can, because Lummy pretty much got me canceled.
Good job, Lummy.
Cameo.com, search the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Don't do a Cameo for Lummy, because he probably won't get his canceled. Do one for me, as Lummy just gave the trolls an inside egg to get me canceled. Great job, Lum.
We'll return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show Best of the Week after this. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show's Best of the Week.
Anna, you just said, what the F? Did like some building hit a town? What happened? You go, what the? And then we're getting ready to go on the air.
Honey just said someone in chat said that I'm not a real American.
No,
You're not, Anna.
And then, they asked if you got your stimulus yet.
And then Lummy said no because she's not a real American, and that's just not true.
Listen, that's the problem, is the fact that we're sending all this free money to non-real Americans.
What?
You should only get the $1,400 if you're a real American.
I pay taxes, Bubba.
I know what you do.
I pay taxes.
Yeah, but do you really?
No.
I mean, not a lot, but I pay taxes.
That's the problem. People like you aren't putting a lot
What do you mean, people like you? What the hell does that mean?
Sucking off the system.
Non-Americans.
What am I then? What am I?
You're an immigrant.
Well, yeah, but I'm an American.
You hold dual citizenship.
Yeah, you're not 100% an American.
Well, who's 100% American?
Me.
People that live on the reservations?
No. 100% American are people that were born on this soil after the date of 1776.
Okay.
That's put that down as my law.
What if you're born on a military base overseas?
If it was of American soldiers, then yes, you're an American.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
My mom's American.
Okay, that makes you,
And then I have American citizenship, so.
I know you have American citizenship.
So I'm a real American.
No, you are not. You also have citizenship from Israeli.
From where?
Israeli.
Did you take the
which puts you at a 50-50. I have one citizenship, 100% American. Blitz has one citizenship, 100% American.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people that need to get the money. If you're not 100% an American, I'm sorry you pay in the tax code, but you're not getting a stimuli check.
Scooter 385, 2800 bits to Port Anna. Have you taken the citizenship test?
No, I didn't have
She doesn't have to.
I'm a citizen.
Her mom's
I was like an
citizen.
American born abroad.
No, let's not go that far.
Well, I was. I've been here since I was like 2.
It doesn't matter when they spit you into this world, when you came out of your mom's gut, What country were you in?
Why were you in your mom's gut?
When you came out of your mom's vagina,
whoa.
What country, what soil, if you will, what country was it?
Israel.
You took your first breath in what country?
Israel.
You're an Israeli.
But I don't even speak Hebrew. Like, I have no affiliation with the country, really.
It doesn't really matter.
Can you run for
You
president?
don't speak American either.
No, she can't run for president.
Oh, then you're not a real American. Then you're not 100% American.
Yeah, the only people that are real Americans are people that can run for president. Now, barring that you don't have a felony on your, I'm just saying. Like, I think with this particular qualifying, it just basically, man, where you took your first breath, where you were born, determines what you are.
Yeah, but I've spent
you're not an American.
31 years here.
It doesn't.
Almost 32.
It doesn't matter. It's where you were born. Period. Unless the only technicality would be as if you got born in an airplane on, when your mom and dad were traveling, or your mom, or your mother and father or mother, because she's the one that's, having you, is in the military and is an American and had you abroad because she's serving. There are, Blitz, there's a few little loopholes in there. We got some loopholes. Anna, having been born an Israeli to an American woman doesn't make you an American. I'm sorry, life's tough sometimes. You got to say no. It's a problem with these politicians. Nobody will say that. Ladies and gentlemen, the stimulus check are for real Americans.
Oh.
Real Americans.
Well, I feel like I'm having an identity crisis right now because I always thought I was a real American.
Well, some things aren't as they seem.
Yeah, I mean, you grow up and you find out stuff. You also found out that your mom was, dating your dad's best friend.
It was her own best friend.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you didn't learn, you learned that later in life, and that was a little bit of a, of a hurdy too, was it not?
Of what too?
A hurdy.
Hurted
you a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Well,
it was a hurdy.
Newsflash: you're not full-blown American.
God damn it.
That, and you know what? That's
you're fucking just
that is
that's what you get.
That's a BRN.
When everybody's done laughing, I'll tell you why that happened.
Oh, I already know why. Because you had non-Americans behind your board.
Oh, man.
The reason why that happened is because somebody unscrews this microphone and puts a new microphone in on Tuesdays.
I didn't this Tuesday.
And what do you mean you didn't this Tuesday?
Kevin wasn't here.
And she didn't do her. She didn't do the Tara show from there.
No, I did it from here.
Blitz. Yeah. The last person that unscrewed my microphone and put the other one was Anna. Am I not? Am I right or wrong?
I would have to say that would be correct.
You guys need to do some hosting around here while I re-screw my microphone because you can't screw it in plugged in.
Okay.
Well, you really can't.
No. I'm.
You know that.
Of course. But also, she doesn't unscrew that part of it, though.
That I didn't.
Bubba says she handles it.
How the hell did that even happen?
Because
this broke. This black piece broke.
It didn't break, but the whole thing unscrewed. Because somebody twisted around like that all the time.
Do you twist it around a lot on Tuesdays?
I didn't say it was Anna.
No.
Oh.
Are you suggesting it's Bubba? Are you saying that this is his fault?
No, I didn't say that at all. I believe it's your fault, Anna, actually.
You can't blame Bubba for that.
Blitz did.
Blitz, is that true?
Yeah, he just said it was. I didn't do it.
Is Blitz mic's off?
No, it's off. I turned his mic off because he's just. Oh, now I forgot to put this. I got to
Hey, Blitz.
Oh, you forgot to put the flag on.
Anna, so how does it feel to find out that
I'm not a real American?
Yeah, and you haven't got your stimulus packet either.
Not yet. I'm sure it's on its way.
Have you tried to check on the IRS.org?
I did. It just says it's not available. So which means they probably haven't processed it yet. I hope.
But I think like 80% of Americans, real Americans, have already got theirs.
I'll have to put the microphone flag on later because I just can't do it. I can't do it right now. Now, Blitz, if you're done, being up Anna's ass on every ruling and you will listen, I'll turn your mic back on.
I said it was her fault.
No, you did not.
I
You
did.
said there's only one person that twists it. Here's the bottom line. I'm very adamant about tightening that up a lot during my program.
Like
And,
it's
and,
nice
and the
and
reason
tight.
why, Blitz, and if you know anything about the program, that has never happened to me. Ever. And if it has happened to me, it's because somebody has used my microphone. I'm very, very, very adamant about keeping this tight. I'm always making sure that's tight.
I agree with something on mine.
So I don't twirl it around, and if I do twirl it around, it's because I'm tightening it, because when people exchange your microphone, it tends to eventually, after 4 or 5 or 6 times, unwind itself. The reason why that happened is because she uses my mic on Tuesdays, and I haven't tightened it. If my mic, if her exchanging the microphone, if she never did it, that would never happen to me. It only happened because
I
she
agree.
did it.
I agree.
That's not what you said, though. You're like, Bo, you know who twisted around.
No, but then if you go back and listen to it, like before you cut me off, I was saying that she actually was at fault.
It's just like, and by the way, Anna, I don't care. It just makes for a very it just pisses me off. It just really pisses me off when my mic falls off like that. It just makes me look like a complete, blooper. The Bubba the Love Sponge show is just one big fucking blooper. Bubba was trying to do a Stamps.com endorsement, and his microphone fell
I know.
off.
Hold on, Bubba. This is a setup again. Just like you took BAR down, you're trying to get people to send in bits so you can get a new microphone stand deal.
Let me make sure I emphasize to anybody. I'm not in need of any type of new microphone stand. My stuff's great. I'm in need of the Zika-headed Israeli bitch.
This is a setup. I see
to
it.
keep her D-jerkers off my stuff.
My what?
Your D-jerkers.
What is my hands?
Yeah, your hands.
No. My dad, Doug Clem,
of course,
called my fingers my D-jerkers. And he would say, like, after he get done waxing his car, he would say, keep your penis jerkers off my car.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch it. I don't know if you should tell a kid that necessarily. No wonder I haven't been raised the way I was.
True.
Ooh, was that after you used the dish towel or before?
No, that's just
disgusting.
Yeah.
We'll return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show Best of the Week after this. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show's Best of the Week.
Mother effer. These pre-rolls are killing me, Blitz. I had it all queued up, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to another page asking me to
to donate money to some kids?
Needs some kids that need glasses.
Great eyes.
Sorry.
And can accommodate a more active lifestyle while potentially slowing myopia progression during their growing years is a win-win.
Opiates? Is that what they said?
21-year-old
Blitz, they say opiates?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Robert Aaron Long arrested after a 3-hour manhunt. Captured on security footage, his own parents.
Hold on. This happened in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I kind of like the English. Is this taken from the BBC? And I want all my American news.
She sounds Australian.
I want all my stories to come from Australia. Listen to how hot.
Manhunt. Captured on security footage, his own parents identified him and helped police track him down.
The suspect did take responsibility for the shootings.
The rampage began at Young's Asian massage parlor in the northwest of Atlanta.
Massage. Blitz, where are you going today?
The massage parlor.
Oh, perfect. Is anything related to the massage parlor?
Not at all.
Oh.
4 people were killed. An hour later, local police responded to a robbery call at Gold Spa.
Upon arrival, they discovered 3 females shot inside this location.
Police then received a 911 call from the
Blitz, I think Australia, they do better news. Like, they put it together better.
Aromatherapy spa across the street.
Where's the person who is robbing the spa? Where is he right now?
I don't know. I'm hiding right now.
A final victim
yeah.
later discovered at that business.
This is so heartbreaking.
The highly religious gunman, a regular Baptist churchgoer, told police he was motivated by a sick sexual addiction and wanted to take out targets of temptation. Long spent
That guy. He's that guy.
time in
Blitz, they ought to take him along with that other guy tomorrow at noon. The guy from
Like old Yeller.
Yeah, the black guy from Indy and the white trash cracker, stupid snowflake and millennial from Atlanta. We're shooting you. We're gonna drive you to Nashville, which is halfway point, and blast
Two for one.
Blast your face off, both of you.
rehabilitation for his condition. Police believe he may have frequented some of these locations before. 6 of the 8 victims were of Asian descent, creating anxiety and fear in the Asian American community, with the country already reeling from a large number of recent racist attacks.
We stand with you and understand.
Don't you think the Asians should be concerned? All types of people. It's an attack on weirdos are attacking everybody.
Yeah, but they thought it was Asians because most of the people involved here were Asian.
Well, but isn't that?
I thought it was a hate crime, but it was almost like I don't want to say crime of passion, but you know what I mean?
Isn't the majority of that industry Asian?
Right.
I'm just saying.
Well, don't you see it kind of being a problem that they jumped right to the hate crime thing?
Understand how this has.
I don't think this was a hate crime. I think this was a sexual addiction, and the industry that it happened to happen in is very largely Asian.
Oh, okay. So, but where does it go from having a sexual addiction to like, hey, I'm going to go kill a bunch of these chicks?
Because they were like tempting him, and he was like a Christian.
Because he's a weirdo. Again, religion.
Well, right.
Frightened and shocked and outraged.
This just goes to show you how bad religion really is.
Well, you said it, not me.
I did. I said it. You don't have to be overly religious to be a good person. But then a lot of bad people will. This gives religion a bad name more than anything.
I don't think he did it in the name of Christ, but well, maybe he
Investigators not ruling out the possibility of the attack being racially motivated, but are confident.
I don't think it's racially motivated. I think it's evangelical/weirdo motivated, if that makes sense.
They prevented further carnage.
The suspect was on his way to Florida, perhaps to carry.
Of course, all white trash head to Florida when they've done that. To do bad things. Florida is full of 3 types of people, maybe 4.
But I think she was going to say either carry on more attacks or do something else.
Probably hide. Florida is filled full of people that have done stuff other places, and they're down here, or you're heading down here to do bad things because you don't want to do them up north. Or you're just a Floridian and you're just trying to do the right thing and stay away from those sickos.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show Best of the Week.
The new Tina Turner documentary. I don't know when I don't know if it's on HBO now or it's coming soon. And on the surface, Tina Turner, she's great. But I happened to be able to meet Tina Turner back in 1986. Whoa. And out of all the people that I've ever met, I met Brian. Just being in radio in Indiana when they would, all the acts would either come to Fort Wayne, Terre Haute, or Indianapolis. The biggest of, some like Kiss and Michael Jackson and all those guys only came to Indy. But like Bryan Adams and Tina Turner, they'd come to Terre Haute or Fort Wayne. And so being in radio, they used to, a lot of times, have a huge backstage meet and greet kind of deal. And it consisted of, the artist, you being in this little holding area, the artist coming over to, the radio people that work for the radio station, and, a dozen listeners taking some literally Polaroids. I'm not kidding you, Polaroids. And getting an autograph. That was a meet and greet. And that was pretty cool. I did that with Bon Jovi and, Tina Turner, Bryan Adams, Michael Jackson, and so forth and so on. So, but Tina Turner was one that most of them it wasn't very personable at all. Like it was just a literally, hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for coming out to the show. Nice to meet you, Mark. Great, thank you.
Who's the biggest jerk you ever met?
Well,
least personable.
Probably the guys from Poison. C.C. DeVille was a complete dick.
Yeah.
Bret Michaels was okay. And so, but then there was Blitz. Then the next level of meet and greet was when we had livestock, and that was a whole different level because I wasn't just some radio guy. It was pretty much my event.
Pretty much, yep.
So, like, I had a bus there, and they would just literally hang out with me for hours and do interview like Motley Crue. They were like, they co-hosted the morning show one day, and stuff like that. Three Doors Down, Creed, all those guys. They would, literally that's a whole different level than when I'm just 86, when I'm just some night guy on WPFR. And the type of meet and greet you got back then is, literally like John Cougar Mellencamp or Bryan Adams or somebody like that would come in. they would say, hey, nice to meet you guys from WPFR. Thank you for supporting the record. Here's our listeners. Everybody gets a picture. Hey, enjoy the show. That's the way it all is. It might have been 15 total minutes for the artist. It wasn't personable at all. But Tina Turner in 1986, I think it was the Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, and Blitz WPFR, we take like a little van over. We have 8 listeners. It's Meet Tina Turner deal. The record label had it all set up, right? You go backstage, you're in this little holding area.
Yep.
And there's probably 20 of us total. Probably 8 people from the studio, from the station, and 12 people from the listeners. And for 3 weeks, all during the radio, you'd be like, 103 PFR, call the power lines right now and register to win a trip to go see Tina Turner this Saturday night in Indianapolis with your Wabash Valley's Tina Turner win backstage passes station, 103 PFR, here's Private Dancer. Like that. Yeah, that would be the promotion you'd have to do. And then you'd take, 6 listeners plus guests, and they get a Polaroid with Tina and some real, and usually the label gave you really good seats too. You were usually first couple rows. So we go over for Tina Turner, and we get there, but one of the girls named Renee Bass, her name was Renee Bass, and she was the overnight girl. That's Blitz back when, there was a real life person on from, 12 midnight till, 6 in the morning.
Never get that anymore.
Yeah. So she's going, and we go to meet Tina Turner. And they put us in this literally this hallway. Next thing you know, this tour manager comes up and says, Tina would like for you guys to come to her dressing room for the meet and greet. Well, I was like, oh.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Usually they all just, I just met Bryan Adams 3 weeks ago. We had to sit right here in the hallway. So we go back to her dressing room, and these dressing rooms that they have are really nice. I mean, they put carpet down, and they bring in plants, and they bring in lighting, they really make it nice. Additional couches, and it's all catered, and it's just so nice. And she, at that point, now there's 20 of us. She then, at that point, says, hey, I have Blitz, she had fully catered. I'm talking chicken breast,
boneless, skinless.
Meatballs, salad. She has a full-blown catering.
Sure.
And she tells us, everybody help yourself.
Oh, nice.
I mean, absolutely. Now, this is Tina Turner. This isn't, Johnny Sacco. This some no name. This is Tina Turner at Madison Square Garden. She then goes, and then at that point she starts talking to everybody, in a little group, and starts saying, hey, talking to everybody and taking pictures with everybody. Well, Renee Bass was with was an overnight girl, and she wasn't feeling well. I don't know if she had the flu or if she had the cold, but she just wasn't. She didn't look well. It was an hour and a half drive over on I-70 to get there, and the entire bus ride, she just didn't look good. And so she kind of puts herself in the corner. She gets some 7-Up or some ginger ale or something because her stomach's upset, and she's kind of not participating in meeting Tina Turner and talking to Tina Turner. And Tina Turner goes, hey, girl, are you okay? And Renee goes, no, I really don't feel that well, so I just don't want to. Tina Turner, now when you're a big-time star like Tina Turner was back in 86, you have doctors that are on tour with you.
Mm-hmm.
She goes and she tells her assistant to go get Dr. Yippee-O. Dr. Yippee-O comes, checks her out, and actually gives her some medicine. But that's my story. That's my Tina Turner story. And I was just like, man.
That's cool, though.
I mean, nobody does that.
Would you have blasted her?
Oh God, she was so hot. I mean,
those legs, right?
Those legs, and she had her little. She was probably 20 minutes from going out, but she was dressed and had makeup on. Her hair was done, her makeup was done, and she had one of them shimmy Cocoa Pop shimmering gold dressed kind of deals.
Right.
Anyway, that's my Tina Turner story, and she's got a new documentary on HBO, and I'm going to watch it. And I think this is the trailer.
Take one.
She still looks pretty good.
Yeah, she's 81 now, I think.
Yeah, 81.
She was just the nicest person I've ever met. Probably out of all the celebrities I've ever met, she might be the one that made the biggest impression on me. Well, not Brian, but I'm not, Outside of Hogan, she probably made the biggest impression. Well, I don't know.
I mean, she wasn't a personal friend.
No.
Right? It was just someone you met.
Obviously Dion and Larry Bird and Tony Stewart. I know some other famous people as well, and I'm not playing the name game. I'm just not. Those are part of my family. You know that. But outside of that, like as far as, famous person that I met in the rock business, she probably had the most lasting effect. She was so nice. By the way, the one thing I remember about Tina Turner is that she was very articulate. Very, maybe the word would be cultured, especially from where she came from, because Ike Turner used to beat the crap out of her.
Where was she from?
I do have a question.
Tennessee.
No.
Is she a real American?
I hope
because
so.
she holds dual citizenship.
In Switzerland.
Does she? Well, and she's not going to get a stimulus check.
Well, she was born
she's
here,
a
though.
millionaire, so.
Where did she take her first breath?
In America.
Then she's American.
Damn it.
But that's right there. That's the test.
Okay. She just renounced her citizenship later. She didn't.
That's fine. Where did she take her first breath?
Nutbush, Tennessee.
Where?
Nutbush.
There you go.
God.
When you take your first breath in Nutbush, Tennessee, you're an American.
It's all over from there.
That's fair.
You're a goddamn American.
We'll return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show Best of the Week after this. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show's Best of the Week.
I was trying. Of course, I got a Blitz. If you let these things, in queue for more than,
of course,
a few minutes, and then they put you right back into the pre-roll world. The pre-roll world's a dirty game, is it not?
You ain't the problem.
Bucks County woman has been charged with making what are called...
Who let Grandpa on TV?
I was going to say Walter Cronkite. I thought he retired.
Who let this guy on TV?
Deep fake videos to harass other girls on her daughter's cheerleading squad.
What?
It's hard to tell with the denture cream coming.
Action News reporter Jacqueline Lee is like...
What's up, Jacqueline Lee?
She's a big neck.
She's a very...
you are right. She is necky.
She's necky, but I think she's very beautiful. I like the way she holds that microphone.
Zoom in.
And I like those...
what do you like?
I like those tight-fitting gloves.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
If it doesn't fit?
Must have quit.
If it doesn't fit, get a better grip. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Jesus.
Inside the DA's office.
Sorry, it's off the top of my head.
If it doesn't fit, it isn't me. I'll tell you that.
Doylestown.
You don't think that Jackie Chan's pretty hot?
Jackie Chan's awesome.
This woman's hot as hell.
Very pretty.
Very beautiful.
She's objectively beautiful.
The full story.
That's all that matters.
Now let's hear what her voice sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Jim, the DA says Inella preyed upon children.
Kind of a nasally, bitchy delivery.
But you like it, don't you?
I kind of do. If I can just put my words in there instead of "well, Jim," she's saying "f me, big daddy." Oh, did I just say that? That was completely not.
Have you ever been with an Asian chick?
No, I have not. I've never been with an African American woman.
You've never been to Orange Spa?
I've never been with an Asian woman, and I've never been with an African American woman. 2 conquests that I hope.
Hispanic?
Yes, I've been with Hispanic.
Samoan?
No, are we going to break it down like that? Vietnamese, Chinese, Philippines.
Technology. She faces 3 counts of
I
harassment
think this woman's hot as hell.
and 3 counts of harassment of a child, and she could be looking at up to a year in prison. A stunning allegation out of the Bucks County District Attorney's Office. 50-year-old Rafael Spohn.
Oh, wow. Look at this girl. Holy. Let me do my makeup before you take my mugshot,
Looks
Willie.
like Amy Schumer a little bit.
Looks like Amy Schumer and Donald Trump smashed together.
She looks like a hot Amy Schumer.
Also known as Rafael Inella is accused of altering photos and videos of 3 of her daughter's cheer rivals, depicting them drinking, vaping, and even naked, all to get them kicked off the squad.
So hold on, let me see if I can wrap my head around this. So she's got a daughter that's a cheerleader, right? And she went and found her daughter's fellow cheerleader girlfriends and photoshopped and altered pictures of them doing things to get them thrown off